Well, I'm so glad to be here. Um, when I heard that you were doing this and when you invited me to come, I got a chance to really revisit a lot of memories. So my father and my mother moved here when I was probably 5 years old. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that the parsonage was built right around that time, and we were the first family to live there. Really good memories. And the graveyard was an important part of my life, too. I know Madeline mentioned that. You know, sometimes I would go out there and hang out, and then I'd come back to my mom in the parsonage, and I'd say, Mom, I have a, would you write this down for me? And I'd say, you know, Amos Falk died in 1937, and he's safe in the arms of Jesus. I'd say something like that, and she'd all write it down for me. So, little gravestones, you know. So I credit her with really helping me with my creativity, of course. Yeah. What a wonderful spot with these big oak trees. That's one of my main memories. The oaks, they must be 200 years old or so by now, right? Yeah. So my music education became quite early. And it started here for sure because, you know, we sang a cappella. And I learned to sing the melody, I learned to sing soprano, then I learned to sing alto. And eventually, as I got older, I was singing tenor and then bass eventually. So it was great training, you know, for the musical part of me. And then at age 9, I had this really great friend. We'd moved back to Harrisonburg by then. But I had a really good friend named Jamie. And I stayed overnight with him one time, and he pulled out this big stack of albums from under his bed. They were pop albums. And if you were as old as me, you might remember that it wasn't that accepted, you know. My dad thought that religious music and classical music was great, but not so much pop. And so my mom became my co-conspirator, and she would warn me when my dad was coming in the room. And I would lie down by the hi-fi. It was not a stereo. Hi-fi. I would lie down there, and I would turn the volume way, way down so I could still listen to the music and pretend to be doing something else so he wouldn't be upset with me. Eventually, we moved away. We went to Illinois, where he became the minister at another church. And then I went to Heston College for a couple of years, and then finally to Goshen. And at Goshen, I had a wonderful teacher named Mary Oyer. And I was in her church music class. And she gave me the assignment of writing a song. And that changed my life, because I loved the process of it so much. And I liked the song. And so anyway, I started writing songs. And eventually she asked me if I would write a song for a festival that was coming up at Goshen. I did that. And that song ends up being in one of the hymnals that were what you have in your pew here. We'll sing that later. But he also wrote another song that we're going to sing now. It's called Jesus, Rock of Ages, and it's in your, what's it, the main hymnal, the blue hymnal? Is that right? 515. You help me with this, I'd appreciate it. So all you see in the hymnal is the chorus. So I'd like for you to help me with that, and I'll take care of the verses. comes pouring in my life, fills me up till it overflows. You revive my dying spirit till it blossoms